Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and jelly babies. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XII here with Morris. Thank you so much for joining me at the end of the last part. In the last episode, we fought two bosses in one episode. God, I just spoil you guys sometimes. Only sometimes, though, not too much. But yeah, we're going into a new area now. I'm sticking with this party for now, but I've had a look at various people's inventory, and it's time for an upgrade on a couple of people. Ash, especially, is rocking a level 1 weapon, and that's not good enough for this part of the game. And when I say level 1, I mean it's not so much levels, but if we go into the license board, Katana 1 is what I'm talking about. It's a Katana 1. We need to be all the way up in this area by now. Roughly. That was a rough estimation of where we need to be. So yeah, I'm going to, for now, just stick with the A team, so to speak, because these guys can definitely take care of themselves a little bit more. As emphasized by us just gaining levels left and right. But yeah, we are going to be heading into a new area. And it's kind of tough. There's a lot of enemies there that can do a lot of damage to us. But there's also plenty of new equipment that we can get. And I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to bore you with our hunts for that. We're going to pick up a few chests and see what we can get. But yeah, I'm gonna do that off camera and make sure I get everything that I want to get. But I'm not gonna, it's all down to chance. So like I say, I'm not gonna bore you with that. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty relaxing episode, hopefully. Because what we're gonna do is when we get to the next area, we're gonna hit the save crystal, or the teleport crystal, I should say. And we're gonna try if it will allow us to head back to Rabanasta, and we're going to check on our hunts, because we still want to keep up with the hunts, and I'm very aware that we haven't done any for a while. It's kind of been out of our hands, because we've just been sort of moving along with the game, so not a lot we can do about that, other than kind of roll with the punches. But yeah, we want to keep up with those. And spoilers, Larsa is about to leave us, if we proceed too far. And I mean, he's put a shift in, I think. He's been with us for quite a while. He's saved our ass on many occasions. Like I say, he's been with us for a couple of bosses. You can't really ask more from a guest character. But we are going to ask more, because you really need to take advantage. You definitely get attached to these guest characters while they're here, and you do come to rely on them. And it's nice having them here for the hunts as well. There's no reason not to take advantage of that. Oh my goodness me, I don't remember that enemy. Coming out of nowhere. And it does a lot of damage also. God, these Marlboros are the worst things ever, aren't they? So yeah, I'm getting Balthier into the habit of casting haste on Bosch, just to keep the damage going properly. I mean, it used to be the case, I used to have Gambit set up on everyone in the old version, where they would cast haste on themselves. They would always be casting Protect and Haste on themselves. And it was a good system, but now it's not really feasible to do that. You really have one, the most two people in charge of kind of buffing people. So, rather than have everyone take the responsibility, I'll just have one person take the responsibility to buff another person. In this case, Bosch. And yeah, altogether makes for a more balanced experience, I think we can agree. But yeah, these Marlboros are the worst. And we can silence them all we like, but those bad breath attacks aren't actually magic attacks. They count as techniques, which, as we know, don't take magic. They just take, willpower and, I guess, RNG? But yeah. Let's keep it moving, guys. And you know what? I'm going to batter these just because I can. I'm kind of digging this axe as well. Didn't think I would be. Didn't expect that. That's a new one on me. All the times I've been through this game, never really used them. I don't remember them comboing as well as this one has been. And as with most games, most fantasy games, definitely, RPGs, suddenly snow. Suddenly, you come out of the jungle and suddenly it's the coldest place in the game. But I don't mind. It's nice. I tell you one game that does that really well is Horizon. I mean, it does most things really well, but Horizon Zero Dawn does that. There's a beautiful kind of, you know, as you travel, it gets gradually colder until, you know, it's all snowy, and yeah, it's nice. Go play that if you haven't already. It's worth it. There's now a complete edition with the DLC pack in there, and that's... whoa, what a DLC that is as well. I mean, I don't normally sing the praises of DLC, but that one, definitely worth it. So yeah, we're just gonna pretty much make a straight shot for the town. Well, I say town. Well, yeah, no, I suppose it is town. It counts as a town. In-game, definitely. This is quite a big area. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go straight for the... holy hell! Oh my goodness me. Bosh, please. Don't kick Balthier. That's awkward. Fortunately, he's not going to take it personally, I don't think. Yeah, you can see these. I mean, they're only wolves. They're only a wolf type of enemy, but they still hit pretty hard when they gang up on you. And also tomatoes. Oh, sorry, wild onions. I should have known. And my normal rule is if it's not attacking you, don't attack it. Ooh, a mage's hat. I have one already. Is that better for you? Don't really know. I mean, they're just minding their own business. So I have no quarrel with them if they have none with me.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay.
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt. It was you, Excellency, who tempered that sword.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity. If we do not act now, it is not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
My hands are stained with blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
So they are. And so House Solidor lives on.
You know, when your family emblem is a sword, you can't be surprised when, you know, they want to go to war sometimes. It's kind of right there in your face, you know? Might as well be a... I mean, if you want to avoid war, it might as well be like a flower or something, you know? But then who wants a flower, you know, as their house emblem? I can see why they don't do that. Wow! You certainly have a lot of health. So these guys are pretty good for chaining. I think they drop... What do they drop? Like something called a sturdy bone or something? Behave. Not like that. But yeah, you can... once you get a few of those, they can sell for a pretty penny. So it's probably the enemy of choice to chain in this area. And they spawn all over the place as well. Right out of the ground, like you saw. Alright, we made it. To Mount Ber-Omises. And I really like this place. We're not going to actually see it yet, because I'm not going to go in. But, I really, really like this place. And this is probably... I mean, of all the beautiful places in this game to live, I'd probably choose here. I mean, it'd be pretty cold, but I'd get used to it. You know, you wear a jumper, it's fine. I live in England. It's cold sometimes. And we can teleport from here, that's good. I was worried that sometimes it's like, oh, a mist prevents you from teleporting. It's like, oh, god dang it. But no, we can teleport, that's good. Is there anywhere we can buy teleport stones? Because that would be really useful for this next part. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? Yeah, I do want to sell some stuff. Let's get rid of this. Anything from the bazaar? Probably not, actually. I tend not to buy bazaar items. Other than the grimoires, but even then, I don't really need them. So yeah, there's quite a few decent weapons here, but they're all pretty pricey, and you can all find them in the Paramina Rift. Or most of them, anyway. So that's what I'm going to do at some point, but not yet. Like I say, this is the kind of stuff we need for Ash now. And we could also do with a bit of armor for everybody as well. But that costs money, and it's money we don't have at the moment. So, what are you selling over here? What do you... I see you over here. Anything of interest? Bowline Sash. Immune to Confuse. That's good. Nullifies weather and terrain effects on elemental damage. That's okay. Raises strength. We've seen that. Immune to silence. That's also good. Items. Techniques. Don't need any of those. Aha! This is the stuff. Kiraga. Berserk is also... I mean, it's useful in certain situations. And that's probably all we need for now. I tend not to buy black magic. Not because I don't believe in it. But I don't think it's... I don't know, I don't find it that useful. I never did. You know, even when everybody could cast it, I never did. But now that only one person could cast it, I mean... Yeah, I don't know about that. Alright, let's buy a map. Or two. That's expensive for a map. But I'll take it. I mean, I feel like I've been ripped off there for that one. But yeah, if we take a look... I mean, the village itself is not really anything, but the Paramina Rift has a lot going on to it. Plenty of goodies in there. Anyway, I am going to teleport back to Rabanasta, I think. I think that's where we want to go. I mean, I forget where we are with the... Oh my god, I've done no hunts. Done no hunts. Wow. Yeah, I've only done the first batch. I should have gone back ages ago. Oh my goodness me. Alright. Well, in that case, let's go back, shall we? I mean, I find it quite funny, really. I mean, it sort of takes you out of the moment. You know, you go on this amazing journey. You know, you fight, you almost die. You're with the, you know, you meet all these people, but then you just fucking teleport back home. It's fine. It's like there's no, you know, there's this big sense of scale, and then suddenly I'll just get home in an instant. But yeah, I don't really mind because, yeah, I want to do the hunts. So, the first thing we're going to do is go to the bazaar. We're going to go back to the actual, the clan house. The clan hall, I should say. Because there'll be plenty, I feel, that we can collect. Because, yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, these are free items. There's no reason not to do this. There's no disadvantage. I defeated the Elder Worm, yes I did. And thanks for stealing the Anger of the Wood. I did defeat that as well. Oh, 900 gil, thank you. Right, so these are what I want. Cluckatrice. Which should be within our grasp. And the Rock Toys as well, which is definitely within our grasp. And that's in Bujerba. So yeah, you only get, I mean, I don't think we've done an elite, well, we definitely haven't done an elite mark yet. But yeah, the toughest hunts you get from this clan hall. So yeah, I said I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 15 lately, and it's a much improved. I got it on day one, and I didn't really enjoy it, but since then it seems like it's undergone a lot of different changes and a lot of, yeah, it just seems like a totally different game almost in the way that it plays, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. But you know, I come back to this, and it's interesting that hunts are kind of a big deal in this game, and hunts are a big deal in Final Fantasy 15 as well, but in this, they seem, each one seems a lot more unique, and I know that FF15 has unique hunts, but it was kind of sold on that concept. I remember playing the demo for 15, and it was all about hunting Deadeye, the behemoth, you know, and kind of stalking it and going through that sort of shrouded wood, and then you have this big boss fight. And it was kind of, I felt like it was sold on the impression that most of the hunts would be like that, but they're really not. And I know they're there, I know they happen, but, you know, I put just over 20 hours into it, and I've still only fought Deadeye. In terms of unique hunts, that's really been the only one. So yeah, it's kind of surprising. But I am still enjoying it a lot more. I appreciate it a lot more. So this thing is in Lusu. Again in Bujerba. The Wyvernlawn. I don't think... We're going to accept all of them, but I don't think we're actually going to do all of them just yet. Jahara, I think... That one's doable, I think. If I remember. Crocodile, yeah, that one's got to be doable. I mean, you can see how many are available now. That tells you how long it's been. That one is probably too tough for us. That really is a difficult one, though. Yeah, that's it. And I believe all the hunt boards are the same, which is nice. So it's not like... I normally come back here because the clan hall is here. And I just feel like everything's available from Ravenasta that you'd really need. I don't know, it's where Vaughn's from. It's home, right? So yeah, where to first? Probably Bajurba, because there's a couple of hunts there that I know we can do. And honestly, you can make a case for, you know, eventually you get an airship and you can fly all over the place, and you can pretty much make a case for waiting until right at the end to actually, you know, bother with any of these hunts. It just saves the hassle of having to pay for airships or using teleport stones or any of that stuff. Not that it's massively expensive. But still. So yeah, let's grab an airship. We haven't actually been on one yet. I like the airships in this game. Whichever you choose, the price is the same. We'll show you aboard as soon as you purchase your ticket. We'll go by leisure craft, just so you can see. Leisure craft means you can basically walk around, whereas a private cabin is just a fast travel, really. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome you aboard on behalf of the East Evil East Company. Your captain for our voyage is Mr. Erbner, with Mr. Ardeen, his first officer. I am Chief Steward Chazelle. We have cabins available should you wish to retire for the remainder of your journey, and please let me know if I may be of any service. I'll do that. I've shopped, taken in the sky, and now I'd like to rest in a cabin. I'm not having any luck finding one, though. Where are they? The cabins are right this way. Oh, we never looked through the door. Oh, we were looking around on top of the ship, like an idiot. So yeah, I like these. I do like these airships. I mean, you can't actually see anything, because you know we're way up there, but still. It feels like, you know, I mean, this is 200 gil. This is nothing. But look at the luxury. And for some reason, you can buy these here. Greens for your chocobo and some teleport stones. I don't really know why you'd kind of need those things. I mean, I don't know why they would sell those things here, but there you go. Do you sell anything different? Oh, some of them. Why not? Weirdly specific. And you can go out on deck as well. I mean, there are things to do on these airships. There's a hunt specifically linked to these airships as well. But I don't know, just even if you're not bothered about that kind of stuff, gives you a nice sense of freedom up here. And there is, okay, so there, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but there are invisible weapons in this game. And specifically, there's an invisible bow, which is like the most powerful bow in the world. And you get, and I've never gotten it. I know how to get it. I understand that it exists, but I've never been able to make it appear. And I forget the percentages involved, but for the uninitiated, let me give you the simple version. There's a chance that an invisible chest will spawn right here on a specific ship if you take, you know, a specific amount of steps out on here, and it's just, honestly, it makes no sense, but you basically manipulate the RNG of this game in order to make that invisible chest appear. And even then, there's only like a strict percentage chance. And even if the chest appears, the invisible chest. Even if the invisible chest appears, there's only a small percentage that it will house this insanely powerful invisible bow. And I have no idea why that is even a thing in this. I find it an annoyingly obtuse way of hiding a really powerful weapon. You know, because it really does seem like luck of the draw. There's videos out there saying, you know, if you do this, it will definitely appear. It's happened every time. And I'm sure that, you know, there's some logic to it, but I've never been able to do it. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Anyway, let's get off this ship. Hey, what? Hey, I'm just trying to get a room here. What are we talking about? I apologize for my companion's behavior. We have cabins available. Yeah, I'm not going to get involved in whatever's going on there. That is a little bit of a side quest. I don't remember getting anything useful from it, so never mind. But yeah, I don't mind rare weapons and armor. That's great. But put it behind a boss. Put it behind a tough dungeon. Put it behind a puzzle. Put it behind all three, you know. Don't put it behind random number generators, please. So yeah, we'll do a few of these hunts and then we'll get back to it. Now, I'm pretty sure they're both in the mines, I think. No, one of them definitely is. So I have many memories of it kicking my ass when I've gone to try and beat it too early. Sorry, I don't think I've ever spoken to that merchant before, so I was just interested. You will accept my request? I will hunt the rock toys. Thank you. I always knew it pays to have friends. Well, that's a weird way of putting that, but yes. I had this rock tortoise I was keeping as a pet, but he ran away. I had given up on finding him. And I started hearing the rumors about a giant Titan tortoise wreaking havoc in the mines. It is in the mines. My little toy slipped into the mines and he absorbed magicite energy, and he got all big and violent. I'd go and get him back myself, but the mines are awfully big. I'd get lost. I'd get a friend to help, but I'm so embarrassed. So, would you kindly go and hunt it for me? Yes, I will, sir. Of course. I mean, I hope I can get into that part of the mines. There is a bit of the mines that's locked off, but I was trying to think if it's in that hidden section or not. I do love the architecture in this game. You know, even Rabanasta is so beautiful. And it's like, you know, Varn is meant to be some kind of street urchin. But, god damn, it looks amazing. Looks amazing to be a street urchin. The streets are so clean. Yeah. What's that about? I mean, if you're gonna be poor, do it in a Final Fantasy game, you know? What a weird thing to say. Alright. Hello there. You've looked at the board? I have. I've seen the bill, and I have come to hunt the Nidhogg. Great fortune. A Nidhogg, previously sleeping deep within the mines, has come to the surface. Defeat it. Find it where the shaft splits into two. Behave yourself. Can't say things like that. There's kids around. Alright, let's go. So yeah, this should not be a problem. I have, you know, vivid memories, yes, of this thing kicking my ass, but I also have memories of beating this thing. With only 3 characters, so... I'm doing this a little bit out of order to what I normally would. And I'll switch to the B team because I mean, they can handle this. They can handle this dungeon. I mean, I don't really need to stop and fight anything. Exactly what... How over-leveled am I for this area? Pretty over-leveled. What kind of XP do these things give? Probably nothing. I don't know. What XP have we got? Can I get the right menu? Thank you. I don't know. It's kind of maybe worth it, just to snatch a cheeky level from this trip. It's worth mentioning with these hunts as well, we're kind of getting to the stage now where, yes, some of them are still pretty simple. You know, it's kind of talk to the guy, go to the place, and the thing will appear. But you'll notice, especially with the elite marks all have a kind of special condition to them. Some of them more complicated than others. I mean, some of them are pretty tough to figure out as well. I mean, again, you know, I've got the guide with me, but back in the day, I didn't have a guide for anything. Just had to bash my head against the wall until I figured it out. But hey, those were the days. Alright, so this is one of them. Shouldn't be a problem. Well, we'll see. Yeah, you know pretty much straight away if you're going to be doing some good damage to it. I mean, you can definitely beat this thing a lot earlier on than we are doing now. If you put blind on it and slow, this thing is nothing. So that's kind of the, you know, if you want to do that early on, that's really the tactic. So where is Shaft 2? Site 2. Shaft 2? God, I've got something else on my mind. Right. I think the rock toys is up there. Let's just check. Yeah, Site 2. So this one's definitely going to be tougher. But it should still be doable at this stage. And you know, some of the, I gotta say, you know, I do want to do all the hunts. Some of them I haven't even done on my main save yet. I'm still figuring out exactly what to do. There's your cheeky level. Good times when we leveled up a little bit here. Memories. I mean, it's worth, you know, for old time's sake, getting some loot from these guys. Bone fragments are still pretty welcome. And Larsa was here the last time as well. Gotta say, great decision allowing the guest characters now to level up. It just allows for things like this. It allows you to take them further than you normally would. Because, you know, it did used to get to the point where, yes, they were helpful, but eventually they became a hindrance. If you tried to go too far, if you tried to do too much with them, you ended up having to babysit them. Instead of them being, you know, an actual contributing member of the team. It got to the point where, even Larsa being able to heal wasn't really good enough compared to what you could do yourself. Right, so Rock Toys should just be around this corner. Can't quite see him, but I'm sure he's in this room. There we go. Now he has spawned. And he has no buffs, that's great. So he's probably going to be tougher, but not too tough. Okay, do we have an anti-blind anywhere? Because that would be really helpful. Hey, I don't need ad spawning. What is this? This thing hits pretty hard, actually. But the damage is good. I can live with this. Also seems to attack insanely quickly, somehow, despite being a giant rock monster. Alright, easy. So yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of the mines to go, but that's all blocked off at the moment. And even if it wasn't, the creatures there are about twice my level. So I think we'll give that a miss. Alright, so I guess we'll turn these in and we'll call it a day. And then I'll figure out my next move. It does involve a bit of traveling around. And again, I don't want to kind of include each bit of traveling from place to place, because it does take a bit of time. I'm very aware, you know, we all have places to be and things to do, you know. Oh, I don't want to keep you here too long. But I'm glad you guys like this series. I mean, keep up the support for it, because it is. I mean, it's kind of chill for me. It's very different from anything I've ever done. I know that the channel is sort of a horror channel, really, mostly. But it's not like I exclusively play horror games, you know? In fact, horror games really are a small portion of the sorts of games that I play, and certainly the sort of stuff I used to play when I was growing up. And yeah, it's nice to be able to share this kind of stuff with you guys as well. And Final Fantasy is a, you know, it's a special series for me. I mean, I don't have the history that a lot of people do with it. Like I say, this was the first one I ever played. I was 15, 16 when this came out. You know, I didn't have that kind of, I didn't know much about it. I didn't know much about RPGs generally. This was kind of my first introduction to this type of game. And then a friend of mine was like, "Hey, have you heard of Final Fantasy VII?" And I was like, "What? No, what is that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's only the biggest deal ever." Oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll play it. Yeah, sure. And then, yeah, absolutely love that one. And it's such an interesting series for me. It's sort of each game. Well, no, I haven't played every single one. I sort of 1 to 6 I haven't played. And there's a couple of the more modern ones that I haven't played. But most of them, since this one came out, I've played them. And they all kind of have a different meaning to me because they all came along at a different period of my own life, you know? And because this came along when I was kind of in high school and then I was still playing it sort of when I went to college, it was that sort of transitional period. It reminds me of a really, you know, enjoyable part of my childhood. When I had more spare time than anyone has the right to have. You know, when I could sort of sit and sink hundreds of hours into it in not that much, not that long a stretch of time, really. I mean, I could sink another couple of hundred hours, but it would take several years to get up to that point. But I think we all have that with certain games, don't we? And everything about this, the music, everything, just reminds me of that time in my life. I have defeated the Nidhogg. Could have done it blindfolded, really. And that stuff's probably useless to me now. Great Serpent Skin. Now, I'm pretty sure you can use that for something. I think you can trade it for something unique. But I can't quite remember. Anyway, we're not going to sell it. Because it's not really worth anything. I think it's like 50, 60 gil or something. It's barely anything. Where am I going? But yeah, I think there's somebody around town. I don't know if it's this town, but there's somebody around a town. It's like, oh, hey, Great Serpent Skin. I'll take that. Have this unique thing. It's part of another side quest. I'll have to look that up and see if it's worth it. Hello there. What a pal I am, thank you. And look, my pet has learned his lesson and come home. Oh, it's our baby rock toys. And he loves me. My pet, his name's Carbo. What? It's not good to keep a pet in secret. I'm really sorry for what happened. I'm gonna move someplace where we can both live in peace. Well, you can live in peace here as long as he doesn't grow super huge. Bit of money, survival vest. That's okay, I guess. It'll tide me over. Alright, well, I'm going to pause it for now, guys. But thank you very much for watching this episode of Final Fantasy XII. Like I say, I hope you're enjoying the series. Keep up the support, it does mean a lot. And I'll see you next time, where I'll decide which hunt we're going to do next. And we'll head over there. But yeah, for now, guys, have a great day. And I will see you next time. See you later.